Good evening. Let's go to today's market. Nifty ended up in the negative 11,598, 45.95 points in the negative, 0.39% in the negative. Opened around 11,660.20. Previous close is around 11,643. So the open is well above that previous closing. And today high is around 11,662.55, which is matching with our data. And the low is around 11,559.20, which is also somewhat matching in our data. Let's go to my prediction review. We don't have any key bullish trend on the positive side. That is the one key. We have a bearish trend somewhere around overall average itself around 9 points almost. Today what happens is the market has opened in the positive, around flat positive. If you take the average of the average and the previous closing, which gives 11,662.58, which is exactly matching with the high. And today low is somewhere in the average of, if we take the average towards to the negative average, which gives somewhere around 11,614, but today's low is somewhere around in the 5, this low 11,550s. If you take, because the negative average as well as the support level on both are the same almost, because it is meagerly differs. So if we take the average including those, which gives 11,542, which means it is almost matching on the negative side. If we take the previous closing towards to the support level 1, which gives around 11,567, because the low is not some matching, that is the reason it has recovered. And today we saw that the ratio which is on the positive and bearish is on the negative, which means volatile market, and we have almost evenly poised. And what we need to watch out is those key levels of from the average level. From the average level we need to watch out this. From the average level we need to take the positive, which gives 11,719. If anything breaks those level, then only the positive will get control. From the average to the negative, if we take the average, which gives 11,590, which means if it is breaking that particular level, it may go towards to the negative. So today it has broken that level somewhere around, if we take from the close towards to the negative average, which means it is somewhat matching 11,590 and 11,590. And if we take the average towards to the entire, it is also gives exactly the same. So this is the key level. If it is breaking, it will go down towards to the average of overall average and the negative average, which means 11,565. It has broken today, because the gap of those points, which gives somewhere around 25 points, but still it has a good chance to go and resist somewhere. Why? Because we may not know how and exactly it is going to reach, because we don't have any absolute frequency, so we may not know the depth, but we need to still play with the straight stop loss. But today on the other hand, if you take the previous close and the support level 1, this is the way we need to normally take the ranges. So which means it is somewhat matching that 11,565 and 11,567, because 2 points only difference. But today's low is around somewhere 11,559.2, which means 6 points lesser. Let's go to Friday's prediction. On the Friday prediction, the ratio is equally poised, which means the market itself don't know how and where, which side it is going to go. So there is a big question mark, and the average it shows in the negative direction, and weightage is showing on the negative direction, and we don't have the absolute frequency for this month as well, because it has closed somewhere around in the range of 11,598. So two question marks and negative trend, which means negative has an impact, but still it is kind of a volatile market. It shows volatile as well as it shows both side having equally poised, which means market may have a chance to even trade in the flattish kind of range, maybe 20 points in the positive, 20 points in the negative, even 40 points in the positive, 40 points in the negative. It is very tough, but the average, which shows 67.16% chances to end up in the negative, 32.84% chances to end up in the positive. But the range we need to watch out. Why? Because the range is indicating on the different manner. The flat negative itself shows around 114 points in the negative, which means first half an hour to 1 hour is crucial. If anything opens on the negative, and straight away if it is breaking those key levels and go towards to any extent with the big negative somewhere around 100 points, then we need to play very cautiously. Why? Because the first 1 hour is crucial, and the average point which shows around negative 80.95 points in the negative side average. These are all the support and resistance level. We have key bullish trend on the resistance level 1 itself, somewhere around 27 to 28 points. So if the market is opens on the, well above that level, then market has some kind of a control on the bullish, but we need to play with the stop loss of in the previous level and go for a buy and go for the next target. Why? Because we have two resistance level, which means it has a good chance to resist somewhere in the 11,664 and 11,677. So with these two ranges we may get strong support, or maybe in those two average, which will be somewhere around 11,671. So if anyone wants to go for a short, they need to keep 5 to 10 points from that point particular level as a stop loss, and this is the spot level. And if anything goes beyond this level, positive average around 11,701, then it is not that much easy to come down towards to the negative side. Why? Because the key range which shows around 11,627, the key range which shows nothing but around average towards to the positive, which gives around 11,627. So that is the key range. If anything trades above that level, until it is not breaking, if it is not breaking this particular level, market will not come down, so that is the point we need to watch out. So if this particular level, resistance level 2, if it is trading but still it has a good chance to come down, and we need to watch out that 11,627. If it is breaking, then it has a good chance to reach support level 1. So if it is not breaking this support level, this particular level of 11,627, if it is not breaking that particular level, market may have a chance to stay in the positive itself. So that is what one key point we need to watch out. On the other hand, if it is going beyond this particular level 11,701 and staying there, it has a good chance to even move towards to the next level of resistance level 3 and the positive arrow, which means once again it is going to be all-time high 11,769. Then it is showing a strong bullish trend. So watch out those levels, and these are all the one kind of a thing. On the other hand, if the market is not breaking this resistance level 1 itself, it may open in the flat positive in between resistance level 1 and the previous closing. It may open in the flat positive, and it is not able to break this 11,625 itself, means it has a good chance to come down towards the negative side. But it has a good chance to resist it in this particular level, support level 11,543 itself. It may have a chance to oscillate in between these two ranges of 27 points to 30 points in the positive, or maybe 30 points to 35 points in the positive, and on the negative side around 40 to 50 points in the negative side. So these two levels it has a good chance to resist. Why? Because we have 4 is to 4 on the positive and negative. So these ratio which indicates evenly poised, so the market may not know how and which side it needs to go. So that is the reason. So it may travel. On the other hand, this particular level is not breaking on the positive side, 11,625 with the 10 points, which means 11,635, and it is trying to come down towards to the negative, and it is breaking on the support level 1 around 11,543. Then it has a good chance to go around overall average and average. So it has a good chance to break all these levels and go towards to the negative average as well. On the pressure, it may go to any extent, even 11,334. Why? Because this is the very key level we have saw in the previous some 2 to 3 months back. It has kept this 11,333 as a low. So that level is very crucial. If it is breaking this level around 11,334, then it may go to any extent. Even that day itself, you can see around 400 points to 500 points in the negative as well. So play very cautiously. If anyone go for a buy, they must have to keep stop loss on Friday. Why? Because it may seems to be like bullish, but if any bad news, any unwanted news comes in between the market trading hours, it may lead the market to any extent. So it is not going to be a easy day to play. After closing, it may seems to be like easy if it is closed in the flat positive some 20-30 points and flat negative 20-30 points. But on the other hand, the negative impact is very high. If anything goes wrong, it will go to any extent some 300 to 400, even 500 points negative is also possible. So it may be some 2 to 3 5% chances, but still we need to play cautiously. That is what I'm trying to point out. But one good advantage what we have is 11,282.30, which this level is touching, then only it will stay in the positive itself. So which is a good sign, because if you take the average level to the negative, it shows exactly that point 11,282, which means if it is breaking that level, then only the market will stay in the negative itself. Otherwise, if market, no matter what, if anything above trading this particular level, then the market will try to recover from that level. So which means that is a good sign. So we anyone can have a rebuy somewhere, some particular with the 5 to 10 points, so they can able to make some money, but still with the safest stop loss of 5 to 10 points. If anyone will go for a buy, they can even take as a 10 points as a stop loss. So let's see how the market is going to give us on Friday. It is a very tough day. After finishing it, it may seems to be like easy, but in the middle of the market, it is not going to be that much easy. Playing cautious note is very much advisable. Let's see how the market is going to give us on Friday. Thank you.